Boom, guns, boom, guns.
Bruno fam, what's good? We're back. It's a match day. We're up against Wolves. So we're doing a match day preview show. I have our resident Thlogi here. Thlogi, man, how you doing? Are you good? Are you good? How's things there?
Yeah, I know it's been a minute. I'm good, man. I'm good. I know I disappeared a bit from the Brazen. I think I haven't been going there much for two reasons, really. I, I mean, watching Arsenal has been a very painful exercise for me. Excuse me, I was having popcorn. I think I have one that's lodged in a pretty bad place. Yeah, anyway, so watching Arsenal has been a very painful experience for me over the last couple of games. I mean, since the Aston Villa game, I can't tell you what is it that we're doing. Though the Leeds game was a bit more positive. Pepe gave us a look. He was the most creative or the most offensive player out of all the players we had on the field before that terrible incident. And which I still wonder what caused it. What did the guy say to him? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? So what? But anyway, look, he's the professional. He should have known to react in a much better way. So I think that's the balance of things. I'm not particularly happy. Oba is misfiring. Lacazette is completely off form. Willian is rubbish. Overall, I don't have a good feeling about Arsenal. We're playing Rob Holding. He tried Mustafi when we played against Ball there last week.
Yeah.
But as one of the, I think it's Alan. I can't remember the guy's name, but he does a lot of Arsenal commentary. Well, videos that is. He's like a goals Arsenal correspondent, and one of the questions he asked was, "Is Saliba is Holding really better than Saliba?" For Arteta to decide not to give Saliba an opportunity and play Holding consistently, though he said that. But one of the arguments he put forward was that he doesn't want to give Saliba, a baptism of fire where fans will be criticizing him. I don't buy it. Because personally, I think give him a chance right now, without the fans at the stadium, let him get a little bit more comfortable. Because given what we've seen from Holding, there's nothing more that he can offer the club. Absolutely nothing more. So look, I think overall that's my feeling about Arsenal. It's been very. I'm not really optimistic about the team. I don't like what I've seen in recent days. So let's just hope we can change how we play.
Yeah,
Change our approach. We fail to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah,
we're going to be lost. You know what I mean?
definitely. It's been I think the Europa's been just good for us, but other than that, it's been a bit disappointing in the Premier League. And I get how you feel, man. Like even when I go to the Brazen, like the O's, they don't want to come now. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, But today we're kicking off. I think we spoke about late games, man. They're killing us here. Thursday games,
Yeah.
they're killing us.
But these late games are as a result of us failing to qualify for the Champions League.
Definitely.
If you think about it.
Yeah, and Tottenham and Chelsea just are playing right now, so I think that also adds to it. But yeah, got a big game. We're up against Wolves. It is a late one. So how are you feeling? What do you think we need to do to get a result? We're at home, What do you think needs to change from the previous performances?
We're playing at home, and Wolves, what they typically do is they want to sit back, soak up the pressure, and hit you on a counter, right? So does that mean we're going to be offensive? Obviously, we'll have to be. We're playing at home, and more than half the time when we are offensive, what happens is we create major gaps at the back, and that's where they'll be able to pick us apart. I don't know if Partey is ready is match fit for today. He's not, because I haven't checked. But look, let's assume he's not. If he's not, we're gonna have a soft belly, and the soft belly means Wolves can easily take advantage, can easily run it us down the middle. So I don't know, but I don't have a good feeling about today. But look, they haven't been playing the best of football either, So I suppose it'll boil down to individual brilliance at one point. I don't know if Arteta's strategy will be a good one because, in my opinion, he's been missing. Tactically, I think he's been starting very poor. He's been missing out on a few technical details. I mean, the Aston Villa game, it went down to the tactics that were applied by the coaches, both in the first and in the second half. You know what I mean? So given how poor we were tactically against Aston Villa, it's still a question of whether he will get it right this time around. So we will see.
And then
But
any
I'll be the first one to say, look, if we win, obviously I'll be happy. If we lose, I'll be upset, but I won't be overly disappointed because for much of this season, I won't expect a lot from our boys. I think maybe the January window, if we buy a few players, that may change my opinion. But over and above that, I've said it previously about guys like Pepe that players, they play as if they are restricted to do certain things, as if they are not allowed to really properly express themselves, as if there are huge restrictions. You know what I mean? And that for me, I think it kind of kills the nice free-flowing football that we've become accustomed to with Arsenal.
Do you think, yeah, that goes to a question that I'd like to ask about that. So do you think that kind of not allowing us to be as free flowing as we should, or let's say putting like a lockdown on Pepe in a style like where he can't use his abilities, rather pass and move, or certain tactics. Do you think that is becoming very difficult to achieve because if as soon as you know what we're going to do, you can kind of play us out the game, and now you're not allowing us to be as more free. Because look, to be fair, if you're free with the ball, there's 3 or 4 chances that you might lose it, but there's 1 or 2 where you're going to get past 2 or 3 players. So it's a risky tactic. But do you think that just being so tactical has kind of led to our downfall? Or is it just the personnel aren't able to achieve it?
I think, look, because they are expected to play to the T, right? Like follow the strategy right down to the T, follow the tactics right down to the T. What that does in certain cases is because you're not playing that free-flowing football, it kills the individual brilliance that we should be picking out because people are too, I think that's my opinion anyway. I believe some of the personnel is too afraid to gamble with a few things such as what you said, taking the ball, making a couple of runs, nutmeg here and there. You know what I mean? It looks like we are too afraid to do that. Because if you make a mistake and lose the ball, you're afraid you may not play in the next game or you may be benched for a couple of games. And again, talking about being benched, if players who have been benched, man, if players have been benched on the basis of performance, I'm sorry about that.
I think too much.
On the basis of performance, then William should be eating bench on a regular, and he's not. Which then questions why? Why is he getting so much game time? What is he doing at practice that convinces Arteta that he should be playing every single game? What is it that he does at training? I mean, what is it that William does that gives him that makes him the preferred player over a number of players consistently? I'm still wondering. So yeah, I think that's my opinion around why I think we're not playing the champagne football that we would all like to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there are a lot of questions around William, and I think Pepe's red card just doesn't help that cause because now if he's fit, you're forced to play him because you're reliant on youngsters or Nelson, Saka, whoever to play on those wide positions. But so I mean, like William now is there but now this is December, which is a hard run of form, and these next 2 games, Wolves and Tottenham, are quite difficult. Do you think that we just have to play out December and wait for Jan? How's your feeling it, or are all these games now till Jan are must wins?
I suppose. Look, we don't have a choice. We have to think. We will have to chase the league because I can tell you right now, as things stand, we're chasing the league. Whether we will make top 4 again, it's very questionable. In fact, I don't know if we want. It's starting to look like the only way we're gonna get European football is either through the FA Cup or through the league, through the winning the Europa League. Because how we're playing in the league, I don't know. I cannot tell you what is wrong with our team. You know what I mean? And what I find quite funny is that Uda's first season was a relatively good one. Second season, one about this time, everything just started crumbling down. Arteta wasn't too bad, got us the FA Cup. But right now, it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. So does it mean we have to go through those growing pains to get to where we have to be, given that the 22-year spell that we had with Arsene Wenger? Or like I cannot tell you what we need to do, man. It's so frustrating. So frustrating, yeah.
And it's actually coming up on a year Arteta's been there. Been a roller coaster of the year, but I think he has to now, as you said, I also can't pinpoint. For me, I feel it's maybe lack of creativity, but I don't know because they got some personnel. Maybe it's we need better personnel, but as you said, we are chasing the league. We got to just hope that in this year, remember it's his first year as a manager as well, so it's such a tough one. But I think we we're not in a worse position. I just think it's difficult, and um, I don't know. I think each game just plays a different role. Because look at Aston Villa against Liverpool, look at Aston Villa against us, but then they lose. So it's at Southampton today, for example, they were 2-0 up, playing really well, and then ended up losing. So this league has really changed, and I think it's becoming a lot more difficult to manage because the Leeds game we should have won comfortably, and Aston Villa, especially coming off Man United, and losing down sloppily to the big four. So maybe it's an attribute to Willian. Maybe it's not having that out and out 10. It could be maybe not a fluid back four, but like just before the game, we go into the game. Who do you want to see start, and what do you think your prediction will be for today's game?
Hey, you know what? I don't know. I think look, the formation I think it was a 4-4-2 against Malden, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because I know we had a back four.
Yeah.
So I think let's start with the back four. I know a lot of guys will disagree with me on this one, but I prefer Mustafi over Holding any day. If Luis is ready to start, let's play with Luis and who's this guy? Luis and Gabriel, and out at the wings we have Tierney and Tierney, and you can start with Bellerin, I guess. The midfield's going to be a difficult one. It's going to be a bit of a difficult one. Saka is out injured. Pepe is out with the red card. Reese has been misfiring. Willock is rubbish. Xhaka, we don't even want to start. El Neni without Partey is shaky. So I don't know. Ceballos, I don't know. With the midfield, I don't know. I really don't know. Have Auba up front with whoever. I just don't know, man. I don't know. Our team is a mess right now.
Yeah,
it's a total mess.
It is, and it's sad for like Aubameyang and even like Lacazette. They're not getting the service. Even Pepe too, and William was supposed to be that guy. But it is. I think this next two games are tough selections for Arteta. Any scoreline you have in what do you think?
Well, the scoreline for today.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to make any predictions.
I know you. Okay, let's try this one though.
Yeah, I don't want to make any predictions, but I'm expecting a tight one. I don't expect either of the two teams to win by more than 2 goals. Yeah, if there's a win, a draw is probable. But in all fairness, I think the likelihood is that whichever team is going to win, it's going to win by a 1-goal margin. That's how I'm seeing it. It may turn out differently.
Yeah, and also the way we be playing, it's not like we're too fluid in Premier League. We're not scoring. When we're winning, it's 1 or 2 goals. It's not a lot. So if the stats play it out as it is, if the data shows it, looks like 1 or 2 goals. But like on a lighter note, man, so fans will be returning, I think on Thursday for Rapid Vienna and on maybe Sunday for Tottenham. Do you think that's going to make a difference for our team? Do you think that'll be a positive or negative one considering our
it won't be a packed stadium, so I don't think it'll make as much a difference as it would if the stadium was allowed to operate at full capacity.
Yeah.
But look, it's one of those things you have to wait and see. It might make a difference. You never know. In these COVID times, it's too difficult to predict or guess anything. The world is changing, so you just gotta go take the days it comes.
I don't know if you saw the one Arsenal fan there in Norway, on Thursday.
Yeah, that was good to see actually.
Yeah,
That was
so
good.
it just at least it's some positiveness. I don't know what else. There's no positives with Cloaky. I'm trying here. You know what I mean? Like these past few games have been tough. I think mold. The thing is, Europa, you can't really take the confidence from that and really build too much into a Premier League. It's chalk and cheese. So it's you literally have to like, okay, we're done with Thursday. Now we're on to Sunday. And Wolves, as you said,
I mean,
it's tricky.
so we have what? We have two. We have. Look at the teams that we have. For example, we have a team from Norway that's playing in the Europa League. We have a team from Norway in the Champions League. I don't recall seeing one. You know what I mean? So it gives you an idea of the quality of the league,
Yeah.
or the quality of the opponents that we're playing against. And these are the games that a rampant Arsenal should be walking in and banging 5 goals every single game consistently. The fact that sometimes you have to come from the back, sometimes you have to struggle. These boys are too tight, and they're able to get into our box. Sometimes you watch the game and they have more shots at goal on target and more shots at goal generally against us. Just kind of tells you the level at which we are as Arsenal right now. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna take the confidence out of the Champions League. I expected us to win every single game in the Champions League. Like I said, given who we're playing against, we have won. We have won every single game. We should have won it probably by a higher margin. Definitely, that's what I think. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of Arsenal fans are gonna be on my case about this, about my opinion. But look, it's my opinion at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I'm really,
playing on
really
how we
disappointed
used to
with where
be.
we are.
There shouldn't be.
Huh?
We shouldn't be like this from where we were. Like scrapping
Yeah.
down for certain wins and stuff. No, you have a valid point there, and I think, look, I think any attribute will help us. But right now, it's just seeing out the games till November, get through. The next 2 games are going to be tough. I know Wolves is hard. It's just a tough game, and I don't know. But Clocky, thanks once again. Let's hope we get the win, man. Maybe I'll catch you at Brazen. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. The unfortunate reality, given how we're playing and given how Tottenham is playing, we might actually see Tottenham snatch the league, which would be very, very upsetting. But hey, if they snatch it, they deserve it because we're playing rubbish.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What can you say? And they are performing well, and they're scoring. They're scoring a lot of goals. And we'll see. I think they're playing Chelsea now, yeah, but that'll be a tough one but they're still behind us still, but yeah, now to see them take it in this era won't be nice. But Arteta has a lot of work to do, my friend. And we have a lot of
Yeah.
shows telling him what to do.
No, it's
Yeah,
all good, my guy. Let me get ready. Go watch the game. We'll talk.
yeah, have a good one. And it's Clocky and it's Keish. Match day preview ahead of the Wolves game. It's Gunacast SA. We out.
Cheers.
You know.